I start with the same way as I start with the manager. I think whatever he said at half-time on Saturday probably just sort of steadied you down and got you thinking about what Burnley needed to do.
Yeah, I think we all knew we weren't up to our standards first half against Watford. Probably lucky to have gone in at 0-0 with the chances they created, but we just had a talk really. We knew that we needed to really take on the game. We were sort of like waiting for something to happen, and it was unlike us. But second half was two completely different halves, and a great win in the end.
He's talked about the team feeling as though it can score goals. Have you seen that change this season? I mean, you always thought you could compete in games and win games, but that's different to think you can be dangerous and score lots of goals.
Yeah, I mean, back-to-back 3-0 wins now, which is brilliant. But I mean, we seem to be solid in keeping them out at one end and taking our chances at the other. I mean, Woody and Barnsley have been prolific. Don't get a lot. We don't maybe create as many chances as the top teams, but the record this season's right up there.
And you come out with 2 clean sheets on the bounce as well.
Yeah. So, like I say, we've been solid. Obviously, the Sheffield game was a bit of a dip. We all knew that, way below our standards. But 2 clean sheets in the last 2 games is back to what we're about, I think.
We were talking about Ashley Weswood because he missed this weekend with the suspension. So how good a player is he, and how underrated is he as a midfielder? Yeah,
I mean, I don't think he's underrated within the club, but maybe outside, yeah. But it'll be a big miss to us. Everyone here knows his quality and what he possesses on the ball and off it as well. But I mean, we've got a good squad here, so whoever comes in is going to be more than capable of filling the void.
But in the way that you play, the 2 of them, Jack Cork and Weswood, are kind of the engine room and make things tick, don't they?
Yeah, they are key to us. They're a big part of what we're about. The work, not just the quality on the ball, but the work rate off it is incredible. Really, the amount of distances they go through.
When we spoke before, you just signed your contract. I mean, there's 3 of you done it now, and the manager talks about more people talking about doing it. There's a feel-good factor around this place, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, ever since I've been here now, we've been a Premier League club, and we seem to be becoming more and more stable, and people are relating Burnley to the Premier League, which maybe they were at the start, but look, we're doing well. We're doing well in the league, so there's a real good feel-good factor around the whole place, and you can see why people are wanting to stay here.
And I imagine the managers have ranted you about Crystal Palace coming here last year and winning.
Yeah, look, we know what they're about. They're a very good team. They've got some great attacking players who can hit teams on the counter. So we need to be wary of that. But we know what they're about and try and put a game plan together.
Brilliant, Charlie. Thank you.
Hi, Charlie. Just on your contract, how sort of pleased were you to commit your future to the club? Because it's a lengthy contract to sign, isn't it? So.
Yeah, I mean, obviously when you sign it, a lot of aspects you take into account, and you don't just think about it overnight. But to me, it's a really good club, and since in the 2 years I've been here, I've experienced Europe and Premier League football the last 2 years. So it's a no-brainer, really. I feel as though it's a really good group of lads, and it's just a good place to be at the minute.
And I guess getting back in the starting 11 always helps as well.
Yeah, obviously frustrating at the start of the season for me. Just picked up an injury at the wrong time, and the team did well. Eric played really well, so it was frustrating. But I just knew I had to train well and keep my head on and be ready if it changed.
You mentioned Eric. Then obviously he's come in over the summer and performed pretty well, created a few goals as well. What's your sort of relationship like with him? Because he's obviously a very experienced Premier League international footballer. Are you able to sort of lean on him for advice and experience and things like that?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, he's a top lad. I get on well with him off the pitch. But like you say, he's an international footballer who's played a lot more Premier League games than me. So whatever I can learn or take off him, I try to do.
He's a bit of a character as well, isn't he? I know there's a few in that changing room, but he strikes me as one.
Yeah, I mean, I think the changing room's full of characters. I won't name any names, but good characters, and it's a very, very tight group of lads.
And I guess that's what you want there, isn't it? When you're talking about staying here for X number of years, you want to be able to come in and enjoy your work in a nutshell.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, everyone wants to go to work and be happy and whatnot. So, but yeah, we really have got got that here, and it's a good environment.
And just lastly for me, obviously your contract I think is till 2024. Where would you like to see yourself and Burnley in sort of 4 or 5 years? Do you think we can be talking as established top 10 Premier League team, perhaps?
Yeah, I think just obviously, I think no disrespect to us, but we want to. Probably the aim is to stay up and be a Premier League team, but there's nothing to say that we can't push on from there. I mean, we've experienced Europe since I've been here, so maybe if we did that again, who knows? That'd be great. But if not, I mean, like you say, top 10. Just who knows how far we can go.
Thank you. Charlie, the season that you had two years ago, does that kind of give you a reason to feel like there's no reason you can't finish top 10? You know, maybe even higher, like that.
Yeah, there's no reason why we can't. Just obviously, look, it's the best league in the world. Probably some of the best. Well, obviously some of the best players in the world. Improving year on year, so maybe it's getting harder. But look, we've done it once, so there's no reason why we can't do it ever again.
Do you feel like you're reaping the rewards from the depth of the squad that you've got this season? It definitely feels like the squad's maybe the strongest you've had.
Yeah, I think the gaffer's mentioned it already this season. I think he's referred to it as being the best squad since he's got here. There's lads who aren't in the squad, not even making the 18. We've got players on a bench with international quality and X amount of Premier League games. So the depth of the squad's huge, and I think we're definitely benefiting from that.
And just as the defence, what difference does it make having Nick behind you, sort of in what good form he's in, and his sort of all-round strength?
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone's really starting to take notice of him now. Made his England debut, England start the other week. So obviously everyone at Burnley now has known about him for a while, but he's just he can be a top class keeper, and I probably still think he's going to improve. It's probably a bit of a scary thought as well with how good he is.